Hello guys, Danny here at Partay. I turned the corner and look who's here waiting for me. Yay. Actually, real quick, I just wanted to show you guys. So I've got a black section of panel. You can tell right here that I painted, and I've done that for a very specific purpose. Now I don't have there's light coming in the room, but it's pretty nominal, overall. So I just wanted to give you sort of a demo here. So I'm setting, I'm setting about right now 12, a little over 12 feet from the screen. Now that's up against white wall, white panel. And I want to show you something very specific here. So full 180 degree, right? So this is a derivative off the free paint mix that I gave you. It's just a different set of concentrations. I'm putting the concentrations in the description. So if this is something that you like, if this is what you were going for ultimately, is just a black screen. It's actually not black, guys. It's just a very interesting color of dark gray, but very very wide viewing angle. But I also want to show you a key difference here. So I'm going to pause right there so we can see our nice little flower. Deep black background. But here's the difference between what we focus on and what you get there. You see, I've still got my black background, and I've got very vivid colors. One other thing I want to show you, very key. One, the Partay panel is actually black, but also in light, this is where Partay black actually shines, because the other black screen, which is what you would get off the Bird channel, the only A.L.R component to it, and it's not really an A.L.R component, but the only thing that makes it hold up is the fact that it's black, so it absorbs a lot of the ambient light that's coming in from different angles. And while it may hold up well next to white, because white washes out, it is not. And that's just going back to the pure laws of physics, guys. The physics of light. You are not going to get a 180 degree angle black screen that's going to be a bright screen. It will require that you have many lumens. And the reason for that is because if you try to make it shinier, more reflective, you remember going back to our reflective solids, reflective particles, guys, there's only so many of them out there available to people on the market. And even the ones that could be available, they would be, one, either way too expensive, or you couldn't really incorporate it into a paint. So at the end of the day, guys, what you've got is little reflective particles that can be added to the paint. But in the end, if you add too many, it's going to lighten the mix up. If you add too few, it's going to be too dark. So it's about finding that right balance. But if you add too many, also what happens is it makes it super reflective. And if it's super reflective, you're going to lose your side angle gains, especially guys, on a dark screen. Once you start getting over about a mid to, sort of moderately dark gray, your viewing angle starts to close in very quickly once you start getting to a 1 to a 1.1 gain. So, more information for you guys out there. I'm going to have the mix concentrations for this available for you. Now, this is in eco mode from about 12.5 feet away. So, you know, if you want to use your projector on bright the whole time, you can probably get a little better image of this, but, you know, I wouldn't recommend it. But just to show you back, because a lot of people say, oh, that looks really dark. No, it looks very familiar to what you're looking at there. It's just I don't have 4,300 lumens shooting at it. I've only got 3,000, which is right now pushing out somewhere between 1,600 to 1,800 lumens on it. When you're watching contrast videos, it'll look stellar. When you start watching bright videos with light colors, that's when it's really going to stand out. And even more so whenever you've got it against a white panel, right? I mean, that's, to me, the telltale is that you can see just how much you lose when you put it up against a white panel. Granted, you gain contrast, you gain some depth of field, and that's why I don't like a white screen, because you can get it super bright, but your depth of field is pretty much gone. You're not going to get that depth of field from a white screen that way. But once again, that it is not. I've got a, right about where that little shiny thing is, something actually kind of punched in. Or actually, it's just a little above that. You can see it right up here. But you look at it by comparison to the white. That's the reason I have to laugh whenever I see this highest white levels on the market kind of stuff. All right, guys. You guys have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, and one last thing I forgot to mention. I just wanted to say real quick, good job on the review, Crow. Hate that happened with the blockage. I was really scared maybe because I didn't see you come back. I'm like, please tell me something bad didn't happen. So really glad to see that you were able to get the review demonstration re-upped. So just wanted to say kudos, good job. And also, just in case you guys didn't notice, I wanted you to look. I'm getting pretty close to the same imagery off of my sofa. So if that tells you anything, and this is a very, very dark gray sofa, you can see for yourself it's a really dark gray sofa. It's got just a slight sheen to it. I'm sure that's one reason why it's picking back up that much. But very, very close to what we're getting off of that. All right, you guys have a good day. Take care.